Hey everybody, so my lunch break is almost over, so I'm going to be really quick about what I'm about to say. I guess that was thunder, honey. I don't want no parts of that. That sounds real heavy. I guess I'm going to be walking after work. So anyway, um, young ladies that have children, young ladies that are your first time parent, or you're planning on having children, if you're planning on having a baby, let me say this to you. I hear a lot of young people now close to me and passing and things that I read, and their biggest complaint is, oh my God, I need a break. I always have my kids. I don't never get a break. I don't never get a break. And I'm gonna tell you something real quick before I get into the young ladies that already have kids. If you don't have kids, let me say something to you. Please weigh out the option of parenting before you decide to sleep with someone unprotected. Seriously, please, like for real. I really need to tell some of y'all this, and I know that you've heard it before, but I really want you to hear me today. Please weigh out the option of parenting. And there's other options to weigh out, like disease and sickness and all that other stuff that can happen when you have unprotected sex with someone. But I'm talking about the real, okay? Before you have unprotected sex with someone, please weigh out the option of parenting. Because I'm going to tell you something. When you become a parent, your life no longer is on top of the shelf. Like, you're not top notch. You drop down and your kids go right up there. They are first. Their needs are first. Their wants are first. Their desires are first, because you have become a parent now. And God has placed in your hand the responsibility of taking care of, bringing up, and raising another human being. So you no longer get to just do what you want to. And I think a lot of times, so many people have babies because they've never been truly loved, and they've never really loved themselves. And so a lot of them have babies selfishly. They think, oh, I'll have this child and this child will love me back. And they don't weigh out all the other things that comes with parenting. Sick days, long nights, no sleep. You don't get to go do the things that you normally would do, like party and hang out, and even just get a little free me time, because your bathroom time is no longer yours. Your bathtub time is no longer yours. None of your time is no longer yours. It doesn't exist. It's all about them until they're of age to be able to take care of themselves. And I mean grown, not when y'all think that they're able to take care of themselves, because even my oldest daughter still needs her mother at times. So this thing that I see all the time, my kids get on my nerves. They make me sick. I just need a break. People don't understand. Baby, listen, I have 5 kids. So I can dig it. I get it. I understand you, young lady that already has a baby. This is for you. I understand that you need or want a break, but I'm gonna tell you something. Please, young people, please learn to participate in activities that are safe for your children to be involved in. If there is a place that you can go that you can't go and take your children, and maybe you shouldn't be there. I'm just being real. Because you have to, when you have children, you have to plan your life around them, not them plan their life around you. You're responsible and accountable for them. And I dig it. For real, listen, I understand. You need a break, you tired, you've been up, and but let's go back to weighing out the option of parenting before you have children. Listen, my mother had 6 daughters. And I'm going to tell you something. My mother was babysitting enough of my sister's kids. She ain't had time babysitting my kids. And me personally, I didn't really want nobody babysitting my kids. Not me. My kids wasn't going nowhere with nobody. I didn't trust nobody to watch my kids. I didn't want to break that bad. I just wanted to make sure they was good. Period. So, I understand that it's frustrating, but I'm telling you, I'm going to give you some advice that gives you some type of peace of mind. Start participating in activities that you can take your children to and enjoy them. I understand some of y'all, have extracurricular activities you want to do, like the young lady that just, she killed her child, gave her child something. I can't remember what it was, fentanyl or something I read, because she wanted to smoke a blunt in peace. That ain't your child's problem that you want to get high. That's your problem. That's your issue. Wait till they go to sleep and go outside and smoke a blunt or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it is not You are responsible. God has entrusted you to raise another human being, to protect them, to love them, to teach them the right things, to keep them safe. If you're frustrated and you're tired, listen, I don't even know how to give advice as far as this. Like, I really want to say, give them to someone else if you feel like you're going to get to that point where you're going to hurt them. I really do want to say that to you. Like, seriously, if you're at the breaking point, because I know that everybody's mind frame and mindset isn't the same, and I know everybody can't carry the same weight. So, but if you don't have them yet, please take all this into consideration. Man, it's a whole lot taking care of kids. So you can't just have babies and then run around talking about. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. I'll tell this to my daughter, and y'all gotta stop saying this. I'm 44 years old, and I have my youngest daughter is 12. Here, she don't even watch herself. Like, I take her everywhere with me. So I'm gonna tell you something. Like, when my daughters or my nieces or my nephews or whatever, they want a babysitter, no, I still got a baby at home. I'm not doing no babysitting right now. I'm tired. I work a full-time job. See, back in the day when we were having babies, a lot of our mothers were home. When I was growing up, mothers were home more. Grandmothers were home more. So you could depend on a babysitter a little bit more. Now grandmothers are working. Hold up and listen. Let's be real. Let's get real. When they ain't working, they think they 20. They out here clubbing and popping and dropping, and they don't have time to be watching. Some of them don't even want the title of grandmother. So you can't expect listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Your mother don't owe you nothing. Your mother don't owe you time to be watching your baby because you need a break. That's not her responsibility at all. Some of y'all gonna be mad because I'm saying this. That's not her responsibility. They're your children. So I'm gonna tell you something, like, real talk. Y'all gotta learn to find things to do that are fun with your children. And I'm gonna tell you something. Like, okay, some of y'all will get on here and pop and say, well, I gotta work and my kids gotta eat. I'm gonna tell you right now, I stayed on TCA for a very long time. Hear me. I just got off of TCA, like, maybe probably, how long have I had this job? I've been on this job 4 years. 5 years ago almost, probably. I think I was off before I got this job, whatever. But 5 years ago, okay? And I stayed on it for a long time because I was not. First of all, it was hard to find a job with a felony on your record. And second of all, I didn't care if we had to, eat chicken and rice every night. But you best believe I wasn't leaving my kid with anybody while I went to work just so I could say I'm catching the bag. The bag can wait, but my kids' lives will not be put at jeopardy. They will not. And so, you got to understand that your children's lives outweigh anything that you have going on. Anything that you have going on. And yes, this is coming for some of y'all that know my personal business. Yep, I got 3 kids that I didn't fully raise in my household. So don't throw no shade, because trust me, I got some I did raise in my household, and I thank God the ones that I didn't raise are well. They're one of them is in the military, the other one is living his best life, and my oldest daughter is definitely living her best life, even though she didn't grow up her whole entire life in my household. But I'm gonna tell you something. Please know that your kids are your sole responsibility. There's no one else's responsibility. They are your children. You take care of your children. Yes, you need a break, but guess what? You're gonna have to learn to develop some time when they're asleep. You do stuff, or when they're asleep, you sleep if you're tired. But please, y'all, stop leaving y'all kids with these men that y'all don't barely know. Even with some of the baby fathers who ain't right. The boy ain't right. Why would you leave your child with him? I don't care if he is the baby daddy. He ain't right. It's not right. Don't leave your children with them. And some of y'all, well, I can't do this, I can't do that. I'm telling you, pray, ask God. He'll make a way. He did it for me. I know he'll do it for you. Excuse me, but please stop doing stuff to y'all kids, hurting y'all kids, acting like you hate your kids, or you're tired of your kids, or your kids. They didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask to be here. They didn't. They did not ask to be here. And all they're looking from you is love and attention. But you are upset and frustrated because everything else means more to you. No. Your kids are everything to you right now until they grow up to develop their own ideas, their own lives, and have their own children. You can't just leave your kids with anybody, and you can't just get so. And I know you're tired. Trust me, it's hard raising kids. Sometimes you want to break. Sometimes you want to go outside and smoke a cigarette. Some of y'all smoke cigarettes. I ain't condoning cigarette smoking for you holy people, because I used to smoke cigarettes, but I know it happens. I know you want to smoke cigarettes. I know you want. Some of y'all want to get your scrump on. Some of y'all want to go clubbing or whatever the case may be. But listen, all that has to cease when it's time for you to raise your kids, because they're top priority. You're going to have to find time and stop, stop leaving them with anybody and everybody, and then things are happening to them, because it becomes our fault. It does become our fault when we put our kids in the mouth of the lion and expect them not to chew. You put that baby in a lion's den and expect it to be safe when you got back? Absolutely not. I hear and I understand, and like I said, please know, I'm compassionate and empathetic, and I understand that sometimes, you get tired. Excuse me, my nose is itching. You get tired and you want to break and you just want to be by yourself. Listen, I got a 12-year-old that don't give me no space. Hear me? Hear me. Please know. She's everywhere up under me. I can't go to the bathroom without here she come. It's life. Such is life. Such is life. I was older and chose to have a baby when I was older. That was my decision. I owe her. You owe your child. Stop, you know what I mean? Listen, I'm telling y'all, the best advice I can give you is find activities that you can do. Find friends that have children and you guys go somewhere together. Find friends that don't mind having your kids around. I ain't talking about go over nobody's house and put your kids in the room while y'all getting high in another room. Come on, man. Yo, chill. A lot of y'all doing that. No, don't do that. Find somebody that say, hey, let's go take the kids to the beach today. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody who you can trust and say, hey, I'll get your kids this weekend, you get my kids next weekend. But please, y'all, stop putting your kids' lives in the hands of people that you don't know or that you think you can trust, and they don't do something to them just so you can have a little bit of free time. Yes, it's hard. And if you don't have kids, again, I'll go back to this. Man, please, I'm going to tell you like this, and I'm going to say this bluntly. Weigh the options of raw sex before you have it. I'm telling you. If you're not willing to give up your whole life for a child, please don't have the baby. Please. I'm not telling you to get an abortion, because I do not condone, nor do I believe in abortions at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying protect yourself, please. Please. For the child's sake, for your sake. Because we don't have excuses, You may not want to use a condom. Okay, cool. Go get you some birth control or some other sort or whatever, But we are without excuse in this season. You don't have any excuses for why you can't protect yourself, or why you bring a baby into this world that you feel like owes you something, or gets on your nerves, or should move out your way, or should give you some space or time. It doesn't work like that. And yes, like I said, I get it. I dig it. I understand. You need a break. We all need a break. I'm 44 and have never been on a vacation for real. Y'all see my pictures? I went to Ocean City. I went to New Jersey. I've been to Illinois, but I've never been on a vacation. I've never been to Florida. Okay. And I feel like I need a break. Guess what? I'm not leaving my 12-year-old with nobody for no week or weekend. So if I go to Florida, you best believe that's why she has a passport. Because when I roll out, she rolling out, period. So I'm going to tell y'all something, man. We owe these children. And I'm going to tell you something. Get your spirit together when you're around these babies. And y'all fussing at them, yelling at them, cussing at them, tossing them in the corner. You're going to toss that baby one day and toss them into something and kill them. Stop, man. I see so much, man. Listen, some of y'all, for real, they really do need to do psychiatric evaluations before people become parents, fathers or mothers. And yes, oh my God, listen to the biggest excuse. I don't understand how come their dads get to go around and act like, because that's what they do, period. Am I making excuses for them? No. But listen, you carried that baby, you had that baby. You can't make a person, listen, first thing I'm not going to do, I'm going to tell you that right now. If I know my daughter's father don't want to be around her, or I gotta run to go to the door and drop her off and pull off, that's insane. Why would you force someone into a situation that they don't want to be in? Because you don't know the mind frame of that person. Absolutely not, I won't. And absolutely not, we shouldn't do that. Listen, you can't make a person be a father. You can't make a woman be a mother. So all I'm saying is, before you even get into position to be a parent, please understand that there's responsibilities and accountabilities that come with parenting. If you already are a parent, listen, I'm telling you, find stuff to do with your kids. It's some fun stuff out here to do with your kids. You tire them out, you take them home, and guess what? Everybody know. Back in the day, listen, lights out. That was adult time. When I was young. And again, I'm 44, so some of y'all who are my age can roll back with me. My mother sent us to bed at a certain time, and then her friends came over. They used to roll their little weed or whatever when we would sleep, had their little parties, had their card games. Listen, house be lit. I wake up in the morning, no signs of nothing. I never knew nobody was in there. The only time I knew was because I would wake up and go to the bathroom, and I would hear them down there kiki and ha-haing. But you know, we got to do better as parents. Please, protect your kids. They're your children. They're your children. They're your children. Protect them. Love them. Support them. And stop acting like they owe you something. It's a life that God entrusted you with. If he entrusted you with that life, please be responsible enough to take care of the life he entrusted you with. You know, and again, y'all got to understand something. All grandparents, we busy. We tired. Listen, I work 8 hours, and sometimes when I get off of work, I go into ministry. I go into different engagements. I go work out so I can live to be 107. You feel what I'm saying? So absolutely not. We don't have time sometimes to put our lives aside. Like we work, and some of us have babies or young children, so we don't have time to just sit back. No, I'm not doing it. I'm telling you right now. I'm not doing it. And some of you, stop saying that your mom owe you something because you had a baby and you think she's supposed to babysit. No, we're not. We're working full-time mothers now. We're not sitting at home watching the stories all day. No, we're not. So we can't. We can't babysit. And when we can't, stop talking about it. Stop bad-mouthing your mother because you feel like she should watch a child that you had. That's your child. You take care of your child. You know, and then some of y'all want to send your child to the grandparent. The grandparent don't even like you. What you want to send your child to him for? Or you want to send your baby to your baby dad mama? No, she don't like you or the baby. Nah, man, then something happened to her. You act like you shocked. Nah, I ain't sending my child into the lion's den. No. And we just got to do better. Listen, again, so y'all don't think I'm really being harsh. I'm just really being real. And I can't help it if you can't take real. But I'm telling you, yo, protect those children. They're our children. They're your children. You have to protect them. They're yours. You know, and give them a break. They can feel when you're upset and you don't want them around, man. If you can walk in a room and feel when people don't want you around, don't you think your child know when you sick of them or you acting like they causing you problems, man? Please stop treating these babies like that. Word up. Seriously. We got to do better, women. Listen, men, if you raising your child, same thing goes to you. Period. You know, it's just that simple. Like, you know, find stuff to do. Love on them until they're able to love on themselves. Because I'm going to tell you something. That same seed you sow, one day you're going to get older and your children are going to be who you depend on. They're going to be who you depend on maybe for a source of income or for taking care of you. And sometimes a lot of us reap what we sow to our children. Please be mindful of that. Bless you. Have a good day.